Welcome, character design students. This is your instructor, Professor Black. You can also call me Chris. I want to walk through Canvas and some important you'll need to take care of as we get started. And I'm just giving you as much information early on as possible. I don't want people to stress if you get behind, if you can't get your stuff picked up right away. You'll have plenty of stuff to do. And there's also digital exercises. So on Canvas, you should have a to-do list here on the home page on the right-hand side. I'm in student view here. And so we're going to cover making characters, designing and constructing them for a variety of purposes, for games, for animation, stop motion, puppets, miniatures, toys, cosplay, 3D printing, maquettes, making molds, and live interactive things you could make for virtual production and practical effects as well. This is an example of a creature here. But here in announcements, I had done some early announcements and it was kind of tough getting these done before class started, but I had some early pickups going on. And so let's go through the modules first, if that'll work. Okay, so for the modules, got the home page. You should be able to just arrow through on these next buttons through. And so I had the first and second days of class. I had a pickup available from 2:30 to 4:30 in room 324. That's our current plan. If you make it, you'll get your supplies provided, about 3 pounds of monster clay. No more on the Sculpey oven bake. I'll have to remove that. You have your armature wire, your floral wire, a guitar string, and your stainless steel carving and spatula tools. Um, you also want to make sure you have your home studio space set up. So make sure you get a clean area that you can, work with your wax clay. You want some kind of good solid cutting surface. And you want some wire cutters, needle nose pliers, X-Acto blade, cutting blade. You want to watch the videos on making your own tools, chopsticks. So if you get some good bamboo chopsticks and the guitar wire has been provided, you want to look at your local stores. Maker spaces for free tools rentals. If you want to gather together aluminum foil, some steel stick, plumber's putty, and JB weld, and some wooden blocks, some 4x4 pine boards, wooden blocks. You also take a look at the resources for drawing and things like that. We'll go through the materials list in detail on another page. The next page here has your pre-assignment that wouldn't let me give you any official assignments until class started, which is too bad because I wanted to have it where you could actually look ahead and be ready. But we'll take a look at that during class. So the pre-assignment prep, I put this separately as a non-assignment, so I just made it assignment 00. It's not worth any points. And so yeah, we talked about having early supplies pickup. I put it in several different areas, had to go back and edit also. I apologize if any of these are incorrect. Yes, stay tuned for updates. Our TA Lizea, who you'll meet, will also be there with me to help provide pickups. And then on one of the discussion forums, you want to upload a photo of your workspace and materials and tools, so that way we check in with every student and know everyone has their stuff ready to go. And the next thing you'll want to get started on is your characters. So you want to make 2 characters. So you have 2 character documents that we want to have turned in by the start of the second class. And each of these will have a tridimensional character sheet with a reference board. So if you click on the tridimensional character sheet, that'll open this. Make a copy of this. Do not edit this copy. So just take these, copy and paste. So the 3 tridimensional areas are the physical, social, and psychological areas. You can fill these in. You can write them in paragraphical format. It is, if you're just filling them in to be filling them in, but it's good for you to maybe embellish on these, make up your own tags or important characteristics, and to put it in more of a written format. I think that reads better. Um, and then for each of these 2 characters, you want 3 reference boards of 3 to 6 images per page. So you want 3 reference boards, one on what? Real world reference of any actual things that are part of the character, real world skeletons, hair, muscles, costumes, a page of stylistic reference with keywords about each. So impressionistic, graphic, realistic, if there's a particular art style or video style, game style, and then 1 page of just who. And that, again, that's 3 to 6 images per on these boards, and these could be any images that really kind of bring about a strong emotional response. So it could be imagery of color and lighting, illustrations, posters, covers, books, poetry, things like that. So that's one character number one, a tridimensional character sheet page, physical, social, psychological, and then one page of real world reference, 3 to 6 minutes, ones of style and one of mood, and same thing for the second character. You'll turn this in as a PDF document. So you have this page on there. The next one is the getting started with wooden bases and tools. You don't have to worry about this right away, but it's good to take a look at some of these. So this one, I go through the shop studio, I talk about the board bases on there, and the paddle wire and the armature wire that you can get, needle nose, pliers, clippers, and having a good base to cut on. So, and then these ones are embedded, so you should be able to full screen these and watch these. And so, really, you need some 2x4 pine wood cut and to 4 inches, and that should give you. You should be able to get plenty of those. If you buy the individual ones at like Michael's, they're way more expensive. I mean, these cost pennies, like less than $1. Whereas the ones at Michael's, they gouge you like 5, 6, 7, even $10 for a wooden base. So it's I would recommend just go to a wooden any hardware store, Ace, Home Depot, Lowe's should have scraps, and you can just get a 2x4 cut up. As you advance, you'll want to look at this one here. This goes through some of the other options that we use. Things, let me see here. Things such as hardwood blocks that can really hold stronger characters, how to attach blocks together. I also look at extending characters into vehicles and other props, and how to bend the wire into the board to make like little quick gestural sculptures, and how to fit pieces together. So that is your other option. This one here is your oven. So you want to have some kind of box that can fit a metal lamp that has a warm bulb, not an LED bulb, and then the bulb in there is what creates like a little oven to melt your wax in, and this is pretty common. So you see a cardboard box, some tape, and some aluminum foil, and a lamp. And so these are on your getting started with wooden bases, wires, and tools. So the next page here goes to the actual supply list. So if you can't pick up your supplies for some reason on campus, so a lot of you are traveling, and this is a remote class, which I worked really hard to make this awesome class like this available remotely, so that you can work from your own home studio. So, but you'll need to make sure you get monster clay, some wax carving tools. Here's the kit of tools that we're handing out. Um, really, any metal tool will work. You just need a spatula head and some kind of angled. And let's see, where's the favorite one? Here's my favorite one right here. Is the hockey stick one on there. So you want your clay, your tools. You want your armature wire. Here's a different gauge of wires. It's only a few bucks. You get $8. You get 32 feet. That's enough to do a ton of sculptures with. That's a 16 gauge, a little bit thinner. That's 1/16 wide. So again, it's only $8. And then right here is your paddle wire, floral wire. So this is $3, and you can get even more larger ones. You can get floral wire. The gauge on it, remember, the higher the number, the thinner it is. So 28 gauge, anywhere between 18 or 20, 22, 24, 26, and then 28 gauge is really skinny. And the little guitar wire, I gave you clips of this in your, oh, where did the guitar wire go? That's an error on there. Okay, I didn't realize that. So looks like this link is broken. I gotta fix this one. So it should take you to this one. Is a link to just get some guitar wire, and there you go. So a little spool of guitar wire, and but I have plenty. So if you can make it to the pickup, and then everybody will need to get some steel stick putty. So epoxy putty. Again, any hardware shop will have steel stick. And JB Weld is right here, quick set epoxy. Here's the JB Weld. So one stick, steel stick, one JB Weld. And then I also put the big clay tool kit. So this is a 40 piecer. It's only $20, and you get 40 pieces. You get the wire tools, you get the balls on the end, you get the hoops, you get the soft tips. So this is just, you can't beat a deal like this for $20. Really, any of these will work. You can, and we'll go through making your own tools. Putty knife, light bulb, pliers, a heat gun is helpful. You have to have aluminum foil. I should have put a must-have next to that. An X-Acto knife, a ruler. You should have a tape measure. The isopropyl myristate you don't have to get, but it does let you polish. It's what you smooth the wax clay with at the end. It's like a really high-end makeup remover type of stuff. So it's the isopropyl myristate. So if maybe someone you know that wears makeup has that laying around the house, that can be helpful. This spreadsheet I'm looking at right here is available right here. So this is the spreadsheet. You have the optional class list here. So if we click on that one, oh, it does open it inside. Oh, cool. Okay, so there you go. So each of these will have the links. Here's the heat gun, tape measure, drawing paper, tracing paper, clear tape. The different clays that we will expose you to. So there's Cos clay, there's epoxy sculpt, there's Sculpey, there's clean clay, magic sculpt, EVA foams, paper mache, 3D printing resin, things like that. So there's all kinds of fun supplies for you to use as option. But you really want this list here. Get these first ones done. So the first week we're going to be drawing and writing. So and again, I tried to get this out earlier, but there's limitations on the canvas, how that distributes. Here's your main YouTube channel. So if you watch this on YouTube here, I just have a couple little samples that you can click through. Here's the actual start of the class. But you can go over here to the actual class list. This is where I was hoping it would take you straight to this one. And you can scroll through and pick out study videos. So we're getting over 50 videos on here. So you can look at the digital. You can hop straight over here to the digital one, where going through making a symmetrical image plane sheet in Photoshop and how to center that up, bring it into Maya, and very quickly just using 8-sided cylinders, we model, we UV map it, I think, UV map it, rig it, and pose it, and then we jump it into Mixamo and we do the auto rigger and choose some animations, and it just works because it's the Capoeira gecko, right? Let's see. There it goes. Da, 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 da. All right. So in one video setting, you're doing the whole thing. You're doing, what would amount to, weeks of work of setting up the image plane and everything. So that is there for you. So take a look at the playlist. A lot of the techniques for getting the armature put together, going into 3D, polishing. This fine detailing one here's a bit longer. Here's fine detailing the costumes. And then up here we have doing really quick stick figure image plane for the wire, doing some real world reference. And here's the thumbnail and gesture ones you're going to start off with over here. Just kind of getting an idea. And so we'll come back and look at that in more detail. So you have the class list. You can go and looking at things. Here's our Discord channel. Please join our Discord channel. And when you get into the Discord channel, there should be a training video there for you. But you can go to the channel roles and you want to select Berkeley City College here. You want to select character modeling, character design, and model construction. And then you want to click on Summer 2024. And you could do 2D or 3D art mediums if you want. But Berkeley City character design and model construction summer 2024. And then our class is right over here. Here's a BCC character class. Once you have those off, come in here and say hi. And when you're a newcomer and you come in here, be sure and change your name. Go down here to your name options and edit your name for the server. So that way we know who you are. Because we'll have a lot of students on there. So join our Discord server. So we're going to have some fun events and speakers. The anatomy list for the class, here's your gesture figure drawing book. That's from Walt Stansfield. So doing good gesture is really crucial for doing good character design. There's optional books for the class list is here. That has a cover image photo. So the Atlas of Anatomy here and the Furrow books on sculpting. Imaginative Realism, Anatomy for Sculpting book, How to Draw, Drawing Animals, some storyboarding books, and the animal ones from David Coleman on the art of animal character design, and then Animals Real and Imagined by Tara Whitlock. Facial expression is really important, and the Elliot Goldfinger books on anatomy for artists who really get deep into anatomy. Stop Staring gives you all the phonemes and facial positions for expression and speech. So those lists are right there for you. So you take a look at that. Foundation Human Anatomy. These are quite large slides. So if you were to go in here and go to enter full screen and arrow through, you'll see I provided a list in a Google slide format for all of your key avoiding mistakes for the arm, avoiding mistakes for the hand, all of your diagonal angles. These are what we're going to start off with, like sculpting in these solid forms. So it goes through each part of the anatomy piece by piece, has good foundational images for creating image planes. Uh, these are resources from multiple books. So it's just really a great assortment of your critical stuff and checkpoints for each part as you go through doing your anatomy. Also give you a visual development concept design process document. It's kind of a work in progress. So you can look at this one, enter full screen. You have model checklist here. Each of these are live, tridimensional, your drawing book, custom Photoshop brushes over a gigabyte, your anatomy core, portrait anatomy. There's the books list. Also have some asset lists and architectural elements. So for this one, if you go through it here, you're going to look at there's a variety of things looking for visual development, the process of gesture, silhouette, value, color, and refining it, and going through some art of books and how to collect reference, how to mark things right, how to do your visual pillars. So we'll go through that in more detail. Abstract anatomy, this is for later in this semester. This is your digital step by step. So we start off with your Pez head, very simple, Minecrafty or Roblox style character and Lego style character, into then the quick, simple UV map if you're doing gingerbread man, to the actual biped recipe, which is over 100 slides of step by step playlist on 3D modeling. So for that one as well, you can go into the playlist, and I'll show you where that is for doing 3D digital modeling step by step. So we're going to cover a little bit of that. Here's your sculpting tools. ProWire, so you want to be able to make these tools, you would need brass stock that fits the armature wire, and or you can also use scroll blade or just twist the arm wire yourself. So check those out. The brass stock tubing. Here you need 1/8, 5 30-seconds, 3/16, and 7 30-seconds. So that those are important for you to be able to really do a quality job with quality tools. Set up your space and materials check-in assignment is not yet available, looks like. So skip through that. Here's the expressive busts assignment that will get assignment number 2 that we'll get into. And then I think in the future I have please respond here ASAP. So this is the important one that I need. Need to know if you'll be able to go to campus or not, or if you're getting your own tools, let me know. Let me know if the Monday or Tuesday pickup times, 2:30 to 3:30, work for you. If not, I got to try and make other arrangements for pickup days and times that work for everybody. So I see there. Yeah, right. Cool. We already have Shanice. Shanice has already responded. So thank you, Shanice. That's great to see. Very helpful. And then the midterm, we'll get into that a little bit more detail. And sculpture assignment 4, sculpture assignment. I think I might have gone all the way into that's the end. So I'll have the final and everything on there for you. So the modules are over here. You have discussions here. This is what we just went through with the arrows of going forward and backwards. So their supply lists are there, YouTube channels there, the Discord channel. So this is all the pages that we just went through together. Here's the syllabus, which we'll go through together for the first class. Here's our Tech Connect Zoom. All of our dates for the class should be on the schedule already. They should all use the same code, so you should be able to join in and save that URL. And we've got it all the way going through to Wednesday, July 24th. So take a look at that. Our discussion forums will be fairly robust. So supplies pickup, where Shanice already responded. So I'm looking for everyone to respond here one at a time, and also to post your space setup. So send us a shot of your digital workspace with everything so we could take a look. and know that everyone's ready to rock and roll. All right, so we'll see you all in class online on Zoom Monday evening. Right now it's just after midnight, so it's technically Monday morning for me. And please send me any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer them. All right. Thanks so much, everybody, and happy sculpting and character creature designing to everybody.